Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to the Creative Parlor. My name is Michelle Farley of MichelleFarleyWrites.com. I am a copywriter and also a creative entrepreneur, which means that I do a little bit of everything. So normally I bring on a guest. They talk about their creative journey, hopefully giving you inspiration and some other insights on how to start a business in that particular field. And so we will get back to that next week. But today I thought to myself this morning, hey, we have about 90-ish days left in the third quarter, and we are quickly and swiftly moving into the fourth quarter. And if you are a person that is a business owner, small business owner, solopreneur, entrepreneur, all those different names, if you sell a product or service, you usually see an uptick in your services around the holiday time. So this is a perfect time to be in position for those sales. So whether that's your copywriting for your website or your product descriptions, all of that needs to be written, optimized, and ready to go for the fourth quarter. So today I thought it would be a great way to do a mini workshop on product descriptions, not just writing product descriptions, but writing appropriate, compelling product descriptions that fit your audience. And so with that, my goal in my head was to give you a mini lesson within 15 minutes, right? So we are going to go ahead and get started. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So if I don't see your comment, make sure you leave a comment and I will respond to you. You can also feel free to send me a DM if you're on Instagram, and I will return your message. All right. So we're going to get started with writing product descriptions. And still a one-woman show over here. So give me a moment and we will get right into the presentation or the workshop. All right. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Michelle Farley. Uh-oh, hold on here. It's not moving. Okay, hold on. Okay. So who am I? So as I said before, I am a copywriter and a creative entrepreneur. Now, what does that all entail? So I guess I am a copywriter by trade. I'm a creative entrepreneur by passion. A little background about me. I have my BA, MFA in creative writing with a minor in film production. I've worked on a dozen film and television sets, ranging from live studio to narrative production documentaries. I created a children's book series, Deadly Magnificent. Founded a boutique copywriting agency and helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and brands share their unique stories for optimal impact and influence. So that's a little bit about me and why I feel like I can provide some advice to you on how to write product descriptions. All right. So let's get into it, because it is an art to writing product descriptions. It's not just merely slapping some words on your website and saying the price, especially in a saturated market. Now, what do I mean by saturated market? If you sell leggings, right? There's thousands of people selling leggings. Yours has to stand out, and it has to stand out in a compelling and authentic way. So hence why product descriptions are not going away anytime soon. So a definition of what is a product description. So essentially, a product description is the copy that vividly describes the features and benefits of a product to a potential customer. Now, the goal of the product description is to provide the customer with relevant information to compel them to want to purchase the product immediately. All right. So keyword there is compelling and purchase. Compel, buy, engage, buy. That is the purpose of your product description. You always should write with a purpose. Never just never just fill up space on your website. Everything must be done with intention, especially if you want to see your sales rise. All right. So let's get into how do you get potential consumers to buy? That's the next question, right? If you have an online boutique, if you have a brick and mortar store, if you sell a service, The first thing you need to do is that all of when consumers are thinking about buying something, whether it is a physical product, a digital product, whatever it is, they have to know that it solves a problem, right? Now, sometimes it solves a problem that they don't even know they have, but once they hear or see your product, they're like, oh, you know what? That would help me, right? Next thing you want to do is make sure that your product descriptions have relevant benefits, right? And we'll get into this a little later, but you have to know your audience. If you are a boutique owner, right, you should already have a dossier of sorts of who your primary customers are. Do you have like as soon as they get your email about a new offer, they buy? Are they people who go back and forth over a week or so before they purchase? Or are some people who look at your email but never buy anything, right? You need to know what works for your audience. So make sure you always include relevant benefits. And the third one is that your product descriptions, most product descriptions that get consumers to buy, they stand out from the competition. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about this later on, but one of the things you should be very, very mindful of is not to use product descriptions that come directly from the manufacturer. So if you're into drop shipping or you're buying your products and you're reselling them, it's very important that you do not, I repeat, do not use the descriptions that came from the manufacturer. And I'll get into that a little bit more as we move on. All right. So hopefully you have a piece of paper and know that when you're writing product descriptions, you should be solving a problem. You should be listing relevant benefits, and it has to stand out from your competition. All right. Good. Here we go. All right. So how to write a product descriptions that sell. So these are my top tips of how successful brands can write product descriptions that offer them the results they want. Number one, know your audience. I spoke about that earlier. Having a dossier, having a template of what your audience wants and what your audience wants and needs are, and then speaking to those wants and needs. Number two, you want to craft original descriptions. So again, stay away from the manufacturer descriptions, okay? Because they're just giving you the basics, right? They're like, leggings, cotton, 15 colors, right? They're giving you the basics so that you can take that and run with it. The third thing that I will always suggest to people writing product descriptions is write with scanning in mind. And that means that a lot of people probably won't read all of the descriptions, right? Now, if you have 2 to 3 sentences, maybe, but if you have an item that's a little bit more technical, has a little bit more specs to it, people will tend to kind of scan with their eye. So make sure that you're writing to meet that need. The fourth is optimize. So this kind of goes hand in hand with writing original descriptions. If you're writing your original description, that's awesome. So say you sell makeup brushes, but you sell ballerina makeup brushes. Then somehow ballerina makeup brushes needs to be in your copy because that will help with your search optimization. Another reason why you want to craft your own original descriptions is that Google will flag you for having the exact same content as someone else. So it's a whole thing, and that's going to diminish your how people are able to search for your product. The next option in writing a product description is to tell a story. So again, if you sell candles, there's thousands upon thousands of people who sell candles. But if you can put a story within your candles, your candle business, then you are more likely to have people be more intrigued. So for instance, if you sell candles, you could say something like, get whisked away on a sea breeze without ever leaving the comfort of your living room, or something like that. That was just off the fly. So it's a little shaky, but you get the idea. And then go into if it has 3 wicks or 2, right? You know that 3 wick candles tend to last longer and you don't have to worry about the uneven wax. So you want to speak to the problems that people have and how this product doesn't have that issue. All right. Don't skimp on details is next. Especially if you're selling a high-end product. So say you're selling TVs or you're selling computers or phones. So people want to know about, if you're selling phones, for instance, most people want to know about, does it have front and back camera? Can you record in 4K? What's the weight on it? Does it, how long is the battery life? Those are the details that you need that are going to set you apart from other people, especially when you optimize it, tell a story, you don't skip on details, and you're speaking to your audience. And the last thing that a lot of people forget, and that is spell check. Spell check is extremely important. I put Grammarly here, but there are several different online tools that you can use to scan your copy, spell check it before you move on to posting them and making your money. All right. Good. I'm almost there. All right. So this is time for examples. So we are moving along. If you are catching this on a replay, if you're catching it now and you didn't have the time to write anything down, there will be a replay on YouTube and IGTV, so you can go back, refresh yourself, take notes. But I did want to give you a few examples. And these are some examples that I've had these are some examples that I've had from previous clients back in the day, but I think they will be super helpful for you as you think about your fourth quarter product descriptions for your brand, business, product, service, right? All right, so this one is about story and technical details, right? Again, knowing your audience and speaking to their problem, how you solve the problem, speaking to their needs, and standing out from the competition, right? So this particular product description was about a car seat, right? So even if you don't have children, the first thing you can instantly think about is, if I have a child and they're in the car, what do I want to make sure? I want to make sure that they're safe. I want to make sure that they're comfortable, right? So getting that information, you write for that point of view. So this product description says, kids grow fast, and the car seat, and this car seat is an all-in-one number that will grow along with them. Little ones can ride in custom comfort thanks to a reclining seat and quick fit harness. Now, you can keep reading that, but I spoke to all of the concerns that parents would have, right? I talked about the quick fit, which is the 5-part harness that most kids have. If you look in the product descriptions, it has the weight capacity, rear facing and forward facing, the belt positioning, all the things that parents look for, that it converts, right? So we're also speaking to a need. It also justifies the price so that this car seat actually grows with them. So again, I've told a story. I've given details. I didn't skimp on the details. I've given them the power to, I've engaged them, I've compelled them, and now the next step is just for them to purchase it. All right. Okay. So this product description is more simple, but it's still effective. Okay. So again, relax and soothe your skin with this refreshing and moisturizing mask infused with aloe. So I've told you already, like, what it is, what it does. Perfect for all skin types. So if you have combination skin, oily skin, I've already spoke to the problem that you already have. Okay, solve the problem. Now this product description was a little interesting for me when I worked with this client, because they sold high-end bags and also high-end blouses, right? So even if someone purchased a bag or something that's high-end, you don't always have to tell a story because their reputation already speaks for itself. But you also still want to speak to a problem. And so for most women who carry bags, one of the issues is that we want fashion, but we also want functionality, meaning we want to be able to carry our wallet. We want to be able to carry our phone. If we have our kids with us, we want to be able to have a snack and still look cute. And so this talked more about fashion and functionality, and then in a way that wasn't boring, so exceptionally organized, inside compartments hold intuitive pockets and compartments, right? That basically says this purse holds all the junk that, and you still look cute, girl. Pretty much solves the problem. And because it's a high-end brand, people in that audience are more likely to purchase it. I hope this is all making sense. Okay. Now, I want to talk quickly about words to avoid. You hear this a lot of times in marketing, leading, breakthrough, innovating, stunning, ultimate, right? And usually people can't back that up. So unless you've created something groundbreaking that has never existed, that can change lives. So if you're selling leggings and these leggings help you to lose weight and wash themselves, then that is that is market leading, innovative, stunning, ultimate, right? But if you are selling, again, candles, even if they're 3-wick candles and they burn for 500 hours, there's other companies that do the same thing. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So just make sure that you avoid those types of words and just really speak from the heart. And that's it. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Again, you know, these creative parlors are really like quick little tips, 15, 20 minutes. But if you have additional questions after watching this about product descriptions, feel free to send me an email at admin@michellefarleywrites.com, or you can send me a DM at Michelle Farley Writes on Instagram, on Facebook. You can also send me a message on YouTube under Michelle Farley Writes. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If I missed any questions, again, I apologize. I will definitely get back to you. But I hope you all found this helpful. Yeah. So until next time we speak, I wish you guys peace, joy, blessings, love. Remember that the fourth quarter is coming up very, very quickly. So I think you have about 92 days in this third quarter. So now is the perfect time to start planning, preparing yourselves, writing your product descriptions, making sure they're just right. And you got this. All right. So peace, blessings, joy, love, all that beautiful stuff. And we'll talk real soon. Bye.